Welcome back to the channel. This is the last beer from this month's haul. It's Pumpkin Imperial Ale by Lakefront Brewery. So 2 pumpkins this time. This one is ale with pumpkin pie spice, and vanilla aged in brandy barrels. And this will go on the pumpkin part of the door, but I have to shuffle them around. I've got not just beer over there. It's mostly beer, but I've got 2. No, I think I've only got 1 coffee over there. It's the Ruby Brew, the pumpkin with the scarecrow. And yes, I did not check the ABV on the last one we did. Let's see if this one has the ABV. Nope. I don't know why they do that. Because it's always nice to know what the ABV is on a beer. That's an interesting can. It looks like caution tape. And it's the barrel aged and it's a nice little pumpkin. So this is an Imperial Ale. So it's not an India Pale Ale. Yeah, the short hairs are catching up slowly. This is kind of funky. I should have just left the ponytail, but I had it up all day and it was looking kind of rough. Look at that lovely pumpkin color. The backlighting from the steampunk lamp makes it look darker. If I had overhead lighting, it'd be better. Here, the overhead lighting sucks. Kind of like my other place that I had in Albuquerque. So we're kind of back to that. There is a dining room light, but it doesn't work. Ooh. Sometimes when a beer is barrel aged, you can smell the alcohol that it was aged on, the barrels rather. So I'm getting a nice whiff of brandy and notes of pumpkin and spices. Nice. Tastes like I've never had a pumpkin brandy, but if I did, it would taste like this or something similar. Another one that's new to me. Very nice. The brandy comes through first, and it kind of overpowers just a little bit, but I'm okay with it. And because well, it's a imperial ale. It's not a stout or a porter. It's definitely not an IPA. That would be interesting. Have we had a pumpkin IPA on this channel that I've reviewed? I don't think so. Has anybody made a pumpkin IPA? My hair looks ridiculous. I should have just left it there. Yeah. If I could get a pumpkin IPA, that would be interesting. I'm all messy looking here today. Again, it's a hit. I've had beers that I wasn't overly fond of, but when it comes to pumpkin, I'm never disappointed. That and pickle. We've done two pickle beers in here. Oh yes, prickly pear is also good. The only one of the only ranch water ones I liked was the prickly pear, and I've got a box. Hopefully, from the Shiner prickly pear. It's in a drawer somewhere. Hopefully, I would love it if I could get that out here. But anyway, I digress. Again, to wrap this up, it's definitely, like I said, it has strong notes of brandy with the pumpkin and the spice right behind it. And in some cases, they meld together. This one is not sweet. This is more savory. Fruit flies in here. Um, this would hold its own with a meal. You could probably have this with chicken, turkey, or pork. I don't. I eat some turkey, occasionally chicken. I don't do pork anymore. Messes with my stomach. Stomach. The other two I can tolerate in small doses. Mm. This would probably be good with your Thanksgiving dinner if you were able to get a hold of it and buy enough of it to where you could have some now and some later. This would be good. I think this would hold its own. I think against um, a pump- uh, a turkey dinner. Again, like I said, it's definitely not a dessert beer. You would want this before dinner, maybe during dinner, maybe after, but not as a dessert. Um, I'm thinking, I'm not sure what fruit would go well with this. I'm thinking a cheese plate, possibly with crackers, something salty. Crackers, chips, maybe some cheese, maybe some. If you do sausages, salami. Excuse me. If you try to go plant based like me, you could probably find some kind of, excuse me, plant based meat that would go well with this. In fact, I'm getting ready. I was going to do salad again tonight. Didn't do salad. I did leftover pizza last night, and I did salad for lunch today and for tomorrow. Um, I'm thinking of having a mac and cheese pizza, and we'll see how it holds up to that. Um, had to clean up some stuff this morning. Somebody, I guess, smelled the old cat on some stuff in a box, and I found the material that I thought was missing, and had to throw some of it, a lot of it out because somebody peed on it. hmm And one of the things she peed on was my T-shirt from Hard Bean Cafe. The only, well, the first book signing I did, the one that I did very well. I don't remember how much I got paid, how many sales I made, but it was pretty good for an amateur doing their first book signing. I made enough to buy the T-shirt that she just obliterated and a sandwich. So basically, I made enough to get a T-shirt and something to eat for lunch, which wasn't much. But yeah, that shirt's gone. Some of my material's gone. I was able to save the Batwing material and the witch's cauldron and etc. from the scraps, the remnants from when I made the wreath that I no longer have. And I was thinking about trying to hang one of those up in the window here, but it's going to be too short. It won't do what that orange one is doing. The witch's one is a little bit longer, but I don't think it's long enough to make a nice. I think, what do you call that? Is that a swag or a valance? Let me know down below when you see this. But yeah, the witchy one's not nearly long enough. That's a good 2 or 3 yards right there. And that's vintage that my sister-in-law gave me way before she passed away. I was going to make it into a body pillow, but I did not, and I'm glad I didn't because it goes well with the green and the wood grain, and it gives it a mm, classy yet rustic feel. And I'm waiting to see when my friend sends me that folk horror themed stuff that she's going to send me because that will look so cool in here. But she's busy with things. So we'll see. I will share that stuff with you when she sends it. So anyway, where were I? That's it. Yeah, I had to throw a bunch of stuff out, but I was able to save the material, some of the material, and there was one T-shirt that I made that I was able to keep. That I made a fake band T-shirt to go with the band theme of the characters that I was incorporating into my book series, which didn't go anywhere. So that shirt I have. It's the one from the book signing I don't. But I saved some material. And I found that panel I thought I lost. The one that I told you guys about that I had at my old place. That I did some videos in front of it. The sheer with the cats and the moons. That I do actually have. I'm going to try and trim that and try to lightly sear the bottom so I don't have to stitch it, and then put it somewhere. I have no idea where. This with an open concept, it's very hard to figure out where to hang panels and curtains and things. I was thinking above the bed, but I don't want the cats to grab it because when I had it as a curtain at my old place, Skitty kept taking it down. We will see. When I find a place to put it, you'll see that as well. So I'm going to let you go. This is a rambly video for a beer review. Back to where we need to be. Lakefront Brewery, I'm sorry. Pumpkin Imperial Ale. Again, don't know the ABV. If I remember, I will put it. Same as with the Oso that I put up. I forgot to check the ABV on that. I will try to remember to do that and then put that in the comments. And hopefully I will remember to check the ABV on that one before I upload this. This week was videos for Tuesday, Thursday, and will be Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday this week instead of Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with an extra one for the groceries. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. I have to check my budget and see if I can order some pumpkin tea from Brutalities. We're way past due a spooky order from them, so I'm going to see if I have the money. And then maybe I can share some pumpkin tea with you from Brutalities. So stay tuned. Again, if you like these weird random videos with my weird freaking hair, with a mind of its own trying to decide what it wants to look like, and various random content, give these a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, hit the bell once. If you want notifications as to what craziness I'm going to come up with next, hit the bell a second time. Feel free to comment down below, but keep it civil. And as always, remember to track responsibly, take turns driving the hearse, so the designated Dracula can have a chance to imbibe as well. Yes, yesterday was a day and a half, and today was busy. So yes, and also please look out for the cryptids, the shapeshifters, the mythical creatures, the rare and unusual beasts, the folk monsters, and anything I may have left out, because the world would be a less magical place without them. We need to protect them because they're being extremely discriminated against right now and treated badly. So we need to help them, we need to protect them. So, and also, vampires, please remember your 100 SPF plus and your, well, if you're a fae, a mushroom parasol or a large parasol or umbrella, and your 100, yes, your 100 plus SPF. I already said that. So you don't turn into a pile of ash. So I will see you all. Bloopers. So that way I will see all of you for the next video, which I don't know what that's going to be after this one. We'll figure it out. I love you guys. Bye now.